Hello there, welcome or welcome back to some more Vagrus adventures in this horrible but beautiful wasteland. I am currently on a bit of a sightseeing tour in all the dragon adjacent lands. Started from the Crimson Gate, took a little look at the Mines of Plenty, and I am currently here in Salum, which is right next to an almost limitless source of sword, also known as League of Legends servers. And what I wanted to do today is actually try out what it's like to go in there and mine some sword. There are a couple of things I need to get before that. This whole process is really bureaucratic. The very first thing I need to have, quite naturally, is some mining equipment, so let's get that. I have a feeling also need to equip it. Okay. I'm also gonna need these sword mining tokens. I already bought 3. That should be enough for a shorter expedition. Okay, and I think, yeah, need to have a permit. Oh, right, forgot. These tokens are the permits. Actually, let me buy 3 more, just in case. Okay. I'm gonna need some masks here, imbued with herbs, to keep our workers from dying out there in the sword. Let's actually buy a batch of these. We can just keep these in case we don't use all of them up. There isn't really anything else here, so just grab this real quick. Okay, let's go to the square. Hit the outpost real quick. Once today I can have a drink with the chief agent. And he can sell me this potion of quenching. I don't know how effective that's gonna be, but let's do that. Steadily losing money over here. Okay, I can use your help to hire a mining expert, but I can also just go to the Sword Shaker Inn. Alright. I think this is the last thing I need before I can go. But last time, when I took a rest, I got some rumor. It's right here. The rumor about the sickness that plagues the town's many sword miners circulates in Salum. Those falling ill feel a weakness get hold of them, then soon start to vomit. There are whispers of miners dying. Whatever it is, they seem to have contracted it outside of town. Okay, so this is not good. Weakness and vomiting are usually signs of poisoning of some sort. I really hope they didn't find a saltwater well somewhere outside and they were drinking from that. That would have been stupid. we can try to follow up a little more on these rumors. The miners at your table murmur and grumble. They clearly do not want to talk about any sickness. You decide against pushing the issue and are about to go back to the bar when a broad-shouldered Dutch Mahan from a corner table calls to you and invites you to sit with him. When you do, he tells you a story about his last outing on the flats. It all went splendidly until one from his brigade started to become very ill. Not the coughs and water badness you see typically either. This was something else. Vomits, shaking, and some kind of boils or burns on the skin. The man also said he had an ache in his head, but we all do for lack of water sooner or later. But then it spread to the others. They fell sick, and only half of the 24 returned here. I was spared, but I saw it turn ugly. Okay, so maybe something airborne? You ask the miner how his former comrades could have contracted the sickness. I don't believe it's the sword, like the others. He kisses a small charm at his neck. But the fellow who came down first was known to wander far north, pushing the limits. Before you leave his company, he also says that many other such cases occurred in the last few months. But few miners talk about it because they fear it would cause the sickness to spread to them. Okay, so maybe we would need to go very far out to find something. Let's hire one of them. The Tainted. Caudan. Or former Empire guy. Titus Prosco. He's for 3 days. Let's try you. And this should be all the preparation I need. But it's been like a week since I last played it, so how about I refresh my memory? Okay, purchase a permit. I already have that. And the tokens. Okay, and now we can go. Stay away from the green slime. Got the masks. Need mining equipment. Have that one equipped. Hire someone. Also got that one covered. Okay. Off I go then. So how do I go out? Do I just literally leave this place and start moving on the map? Interesting. Let's do our daily exploration then. Sometimes nothing interesting turns up, even when someone looks. You walk the sun-drenched streets, sit in taverns, listen to rumors, make small talk, yet no benefit comes from these, nor anything of import happens. Eventually, you decide to give up for today. Fair enough. Yeah, it sounds like I just need to get out of here. Start moving on the Salt Flats. Okay. Okay, now let's see. What do we have here? So this must be the lake with the green slime. Wait, is this what's making the miners sick? That can't be it, right? They're the ones that warned me to stay away from here. So they must be smart enough to stay away themselves. But it looks like there's some clean water over here. Okay, what is this? Explore. Look for events and encounters on this node. Oh, I see. So these are some special nodes. That probably means they don't have any random events happening. You have to manually trigger them. Quite possibly multiple times. Okay. So all of these count as being in the Salt Flats. I kinda wanna go up here. They seem to have carved some stuff. Maybe some rooms inside here. Okay, let's see. A blindingly white expanse surrounds you as the Comitatus makes its way over the flats and terraces of Brinemere. Yet despite the desolation, there might be hidden bounties here. The surrounding area may be viable for salt harvesting. I don't really like the art of this massive storm cloud right above us. Makes me a little scared. This area is controlled by the stickiness. Send the crew to prospect it in exchange for permission tokens. Alright, how much? Above the eastern terraces, but below the jagged waste, still lie the oldest salt mining pits and tunnels of the region. Here, the easily accessible salt on the surface has long been stripped away, and so underground mining is the only viable alternative here. The largest mine is not open to independent crews, but the pit of Myth Kadanor, named after the diligent Dragonkin scholar who was among the first pioneers of salt prospecting, and the Ratarnak mine, now related to the Alliance only in name, are available for you. Officials will only let your crew into these mines after the permission tokens are handed over. Okay, so there's the pit for 4 tokens, the old Ratarnak mine. Also 4 little evil that you can buy. Tokens, 3 at a time. Okay, the large pit is off limits until something happens. The official refuses to let you mine without enough bright kelp. Okay, and bright kelp is for the illumination. 15 worker plus slave workforce required. I have 16. Wow, I can barely do this. Alright, let's see. Oh, wait. Now I have to go back and buy some bright cap, huh? Well, that's a bummer. But okay. Let's just run back in that case. Okay, and the bright cap is a little bit expensive. Let's see, how much should I buy here? If we can stay as long as we have more than 4. Maybe 10 would work. I'm not gonna have too much space anyway. Probably this is the rumor that's gonna tell me to bring Brightweed. Genius. Okay. With Devons being situated wholly underground, it comes as no surprise that people there require ways to produce light more than anywhere else. Brightcap is said to be extremely sought after for its ease to handle and persistent glow. Yeah, now I know, and I also know that it's more than likely always in demand up in Devon, so it's one more thing to keep in mind. Okay, didn't I just rest? I don't know. Okay, that's more like it. Okay, let's go back in here. Here we go. Let's try the old mine first. Immediately takes Fort Brightcap. Okay. The crew gets to work, bearing in mind that these operations are extremely dangerous. Harvesting salt can drain the moisture from people with astonishing speed, so you are recommended to work in shifts and change miners every couple of hours. Even like that, they will require significantly more water to keep them from getting parched. Once you start mining, however, nobody checks on your progress, so you can forego the safety regulations. I don't think that's a good idea. We can make preparations or choose the shifts. Okay, what kind of preparations? Oh, hey. Here is when we equip everyone. Okay. If I have basic linen, I can make makeshift masks. Which is not very likely. Okay, let's give everyone masks. So it uses up one per day of mining, okay. Wait, what? Then you can only do it once. I kinda wanted to double up on the masks and the potion and everything. Oh well. Okay, let's start with the easiest option here. 4 crews with hourly shifts, as per the recommendation. It is still extremely hard work. I imagine the more you push your workers, the more salt you get, but the higher the chance of something going wrong, which I would rather not have. Yeah, losing all movement for the day, which is fine by me. With so many people involved in an inherently dangerous operation, there are always risks, especially if someone wants to make a decent profit and pushes harder. Something ought to go wrong. And that's just life, isn't it? It is long into the afternoon when one of your miners walks up to you and informs you that a few of your miners have wandered off from the worksite, and now nobody knows where they are. Of course. We can say a prayer and keep the rest here. Organize search parties. I assume that's gonna stop all work. And even still not guaranteed to succeed. Or we can ask for help to locate them. They are not eager, but they do not want people to wander the area either, so they send out search parties of their own. Yeah, that should probably be for the best. And we do have a tiny bit of reputation with them anyway. of which I just lost 10. Your lost commas never turn up, which means they must have perished somewhere in the area. Okay, now, why would anyone wander off in the salt mines? I mean, don't get me wrong, the place must be beautiful. I have seen one salt mine in real life. It's amazing. But still, you goddamn know why you're there, so why would you wander? Maybe that's also related to all those sicknesses. One slave, the one worker. That's probably gonna push my workforce below the limit even. Lost one morale. Gained one obedience. Yeah, I'm guessing if wandering off means death, they are gonna be more likely to listen to me. With that, for better or worse, your day is concluded. You take a look at your prize. Okay, hit me. How much did I get? 4 salt. That's not very much. But what about the crew? Before settling down for the night in the camp, you check on your commas. You manage to keep your crew from being parched. You all settle down for the night. Okay. Looks like there are 3 stages of dehydration. Probably gonna have more penalty the longer we stay here. Everything is okay here. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be no ambush in such places, but I'm gonna keep it like this anyway. Again dehydrated. Okay, so this is gonna happen no matter what. Interesting. Oh, I see. So once you give the tokens, you have up to 3 days of mining. And there's up to 3 stages of dehydration. And it's probably not gonna go away until you go back to the town. Interesting. Let's try one more day of mining. Do the preparation. I can give this potion of quenching instead of the masks. And if I remember right, I can get this potion like once a week. As kind of an alternative to the masks. Let's try this time. Let's do the regular rotation. You try to watch for the signs of dehydration, but it is almost undetectable, and so your miners faint occasionally. This time it is one of your workers. We can order them to move her out of the way and keep working. Have 2 others carry her back to the camp to rest, or order a short break for the whole crew. I think I'm gonna be a nice boss here and order a break. I think if we just move them out of the way, that they're gonna stay dehydrated or even get worse. Got some obedience and morale. Very important. It was probably not worth it. Oh well, +1 sword. We gained 1 more dehydrated. Probably. You know what? I am curious. Let's use our third day here. Okay, so the same event happened again. Now let's try having two others carry her back. Plus 3 sword. Not bad. And I don't gain extra dehydration from this because of the masks. One of your comrades ends up wandering away from camp during the cold night. Perhaps delirious from the sword, perhaps for some odd reason of his own. He managed to slip away into the inky darkness without anyone else noticing. Your comrades find his desiccated corpse a stone's throw from camp. Well, that's unfortunate, but nothing to be done about it. Lost even more workers. And I'm gonna go back and get some more. Oh, I see. And after the 3 days are up, we can move to another site. Or stay here. Or go back. Yeah, that was enough. I think my curiosity is sated on this topic. Back to Salum. Okay, so 3 days. And I got 8 units of sword. Which is exactly 1 stack. Interesting. Probably gonna end up bringing this back to the shelter. Let's see. Yeah, pretty decent price. There's probably nothing worth taking from here. Okay, so I lost 2 workers and 1 slave. I can hire back those 2 workers. Okay. You know what? Probably gonna hire 1 more worker. Just to have a little extra workforce buffer. Ooh, what's this? The Emporium. The Mines of Plenty might be a prospecting station first and foremost, but due to its position so close to the Dragonlands, it has taken on the role of a trade outpost as well. According to travelers, the Ratarnak Emporium can be found there, which might be interesting to anyone wishing to do business with the Industrious Trading House. Interesting? I don't remember if I found that the last time I was there. Let's take a look at that. Okay, there is no task I can take from here. And I guess I'm just gonna hold on to the bright cap for now. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can really make a profit from this anywhere. Well, you live and learn, I guess. Daily Explore. Who was this? While browsing wares at the market, you happen upon a scene between two merchants, one bearing the blue and white of the Skitiknis Covenant, the other clad in the bronze and green of the Retarnak Alliance. They seem to be arguing over a store's placement due to the strange wording of the contract. You overhear some of the arguments, and it appears to you that the document can be interpreted in both ways. Perhaps this is an opportunity in disguise. Alright, if I had Savvy 5 or Persuasion 3, I could mediate a solution. I don't think it matters all that much who I'm siding with here. It takes little effort to support the Retarnak merchant in his argument and successfully thwart the Skitiknis trader's efforts to get her hands on the store's space. She backs down and leaves when you, a Vagrus of some repute, point out the shortcomings of her points. The victorious merchant, a green dragonkin with a long tail and a reptilian head, is grateful for your intervention. He does not let you leave before giving you a bag full of imbued face masks. He also promises to put in a good word for you and the Alliance. Well, not gonna say no to free swag. 2 masks. -6, Covenant Reputation. +18, Retarnak. That's not bad. How are we, reputation-wise? Pretty high. Actually getting close to the next tier. Oh, and I actually fell down from tier 1. Okay. That's not too bad. Anything I want from here? I don't think so. So, let's just take a rest here. Top off the supplies. Still nothing. Do I know where Sunrock is? Oh, it's right here. It's pretty far away. Right. Out of the way. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go back to the shelter for now. Maybe there's gonna be a task from the mines. Let's see. What's this? Your crew finds it nearby when the Comitatus makes a short stop. Pile of stones and around it, arranged in a pattern, some carved tokens. There are also small offerings of all kinds placed next to the tiny shrine. There can be no question about it. The sacred place is dedicated to Irafons, Saint of Roads. A seasoned traveler yourself, you are aware that the elusive holy figure may bestow blessings on those who aid others on the road or place offerings at his shrine. We can leave 10 supplies, or 1 lirg, or offer a simple prayer. Let's leave a bit of coin here. Perhaps we're gonna find some luck on the way? You leave the offering at the shrine and move on. Perhaps Irafons will watch over you on your journeys. I really hope so too. so there is something to be explored here. I can't just not do this. Gather the necessary supplies, mining tools and workers to have a 3-day go at one of the sites around the Hills of Plenty. This enterprise is partially down to luck, but mostly depends on the prospecting knowledge of your comitatus, your workforce, and your ability to get the Rotarnak Alliance to hand out licenses for you. Oh, I see. So this is the same as Saloon. You go out here and mine a bit, okay. Now I know. And as they say, knowing is half the battle. The other half is taxes. Curious mining strip. Promises yield and danger aplenty. I think I have mined enough. For a while. I say as I silence my inner dwarf. Okay, here we go. We got something. Going towards the shelter. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop the bright cap here. Grab this. Okay. Anything from here while I'm at it? I can probably fill these spaces down at the Crimson Gate. Should be good enough. I'm still kind of on the lookout for navigation tools. I have 2 slots and nothing to slot in there. That's a little aggravating. Oh, yeah, here's the Emporium, so paying for that rumor was quite literally useless. And that's how rumors go. What do you want again? Nothing that I have. None of these. Ooh, what's this? Iron war gear. Whole lot of strength and defense. Make tier 3. That's a little ways away. Okay. I don't think I have anything to do in here. Let's get going then. So, what do we got here? Grab supplies. Yeah, there's always something for the shelter. There we go. Need to rest once here. think I'm all set. And back to the shelter we go. And we're back again. Let's drop these real quick. Get our supplies back. Sell Odie's sword. Unless I find a place that desperately needs sword, then this is not very lucrative actually. I spent a lot more on tokens and masks and stuff than the cost of one stack of sword. Well, maybe if you gear your comitatus toward prospecting and get some more workers, then you might be able to get more out of your money. But I don't think that's gonna be for me. Still no new equipment here. Alright then. I think I'm gonna cut it here. This has been an educational time. At least I know how to mine now. Thank you for watching. If you like my misadventures, then please consider giving the video a like. And as always, I hope to see you in the next video. But until then, safe travels, Vagrus.